Oh, these books are heavy. Hello and welcome to a new video. Today I'm going to be doing a bookshelf tour, but with a little bit of a twist. Instead of showing you every single book on my new shelves, which I love so much, I love these shelves so much, I am going to be showing you all the unread books on my shelf. So I have a lot of books. You know, a lot of them I've read, but a lot of them I haven't read. So I thought I would go through and just show you the ones that I haven't read yet. So essentially it is my physical TBR. And if you guys want like a full bookshelf tour, I'd be happy to do that too. This is just a way to like low-key call myself out to read more of my physical TBR. But also I just thought it'd be an interesting thing to see how many books I have that are unread on my shelf and how many books I need to read, and just see what's on my TBR. Maybe it'll inspire me for whatever I want to pick up next off of my bookshelf. So without further ado, let's get into the bookshelf tour. I'm going to be doing it in the style I've sort of seen on Haley and Bookland's channel, where she just shows the book on the shelf and narrates the title and author. It seemed the easiest way to do it. I'm sure other people do it like that too. She's just the channel I've seen it on before. So let's go ahead and get started. The Wrath in the Dawn by Renee Audier. Nexus by Sasha Alsberg and Lindsay Cummings. A Constellation of Roses by Miranda Acevedo. Glass Sword by Victoria Aveyard. King's Cage by Victoria Aveyard. And War Storm by Victoria Aveyard. Wonder Woman Warbringer by Leigh Bardugo. Six of Crows and Crooked Kingdom, both by Leigh Bardugo. Siege and Storm by Leigh Bardugo. Jane Eyre by Charlotte Bronte. The Darkest Part of the Forest by Holly Black. Lair of Dreams by Libba Bray. A Great and Terrible Beauty and Rebel Angels, both by Libba Bray. Lovely War by Julie Berry. Alexander Hamilton by Ron Chernow. Eru Shah and the Song of Death by Roshni Chokshi. The Bane Chronicles by Cassandra Clare, Sarah Rees Brennan, and Maureen Johnson. Ghosts of the Shadow Market by Cassandra Clare, Sarah Rees Brennan, Maureen Johnson, Kelly Link, and Robin Wasserman. The Hamilton Affair by Elizabeth Cobbs. A Lady's Guide to Mischief and Mayhem by Manda Collins. The Death Code by Lindsay Cummings. You're Never Weird on the Internet, Almost, by Felicia Day. I've technically started this, but I haven't finished it. Truth Witch by Susan Dennard. The Prince by Gillian Dodd. All That She Can See by Carrie Hope Fletcher. Ace of Shades by Amanda Foody. The Black Witch by Laurie Forrest. Voyager by Diana Gabaldon. The Fiery Cross by Diana Gabaldon. Written in My Own Heart's Blood by Diana Gabaldon. All the Stars and Teeth by Adeline Grace. Leia, Princess of Alderaan by Claudia Gray. Lost Stars by Claudia Gray. An Abundance of Catherines by John Green. I don't know if I'm ever going to read that. Honestly, didn't even know it was on my shelf. The Magicians by Lev Grossman. I Wasn't Strong Like This When I Started Out. True Stories of Becoming a Nurse, edited by Lee Gutkind. The Last Black Unicorn by Tiffany Haddish. Book of 1,000 Days by Shannon Hale. Rebel of the Sands by Alwyn Hamilton. I'll be honest, didn't even know I owned this. My Lady Jane by Cynthia Hand, Brody Ashton, and Jody Meadows. Legacy of Kings by Eleanor Herman. The Girl in the Blue Coat by Monica Hussey. Darcy's Temptation is sequel to Jane Austen's Pride and Prejudice by Regina Jeffers. Shadow of the Fox by Julie Kagawa. Is Everyone Hanging Out Without Me and Other Concerns? And Why Not Me by Mindy Kaling. Illuminae and Gemina by Amy Kaufman and Jay Kristoff. A Curse So Dark and Lonely and A Heart So Fierce and Broken by Bridget Kemmerer. Catching Stars by Kayla Keenan. The House on the Cerulean Sea by T.J. Klune. Rocketman by Robert Kurson. The Chronicles of Narnia by C.S. Lewis. I've read some of these, but I don't think I've read all of them. I don't remember, it was in elementary school. The Kingdom of Back by Marie Lu. all of these books on the top except for The Amazing Book Is Not on Fire, A Second Life of Bree Tanner, the unofficial illustrated guide for the Twilight Saga, and the Twilight Director's Cut. The rest of them I have not read. Zazzles, what you doing? Do you want to say hi? Meow. Meow. Queen of Shadows by Sarah J. Maas, Empire of Storms by Sarah J. Maas, Tower of Dawn, and Kingdom of Ash by Sarah J. Maas, Unravel Me and Ignite Me by Tahara Mafi, followed by Defy Me and Restore Me by Tahara Mafi, Kingdom of the Wicked by Carrie Maniscalco, The Last Magician by Lisa Maxwell, The Falconer by Elizabeth May, The Dazzling Heights by Catherine McGee. Oh hey, this is signed! I didn't know that. That's funny. Wild Beauty by Anna Marie McLemore, Bloodlines, The Golden Lily, The Indigo Spell, The Fiery Heart, and Silver Shadows, all by Rochelle Mead. Renegades by Marissa Meyer, The Chemist by Stephanie Meyer. Now for all my historical romances. This is going to be a lot and I'm probably going to make a mess. So, How the Duke Stole Christmas by Tessa Dare, Sarah McLean, Sophie Jordan, and Joanna Shoup. The Lady Traveler's Guide to Larceny with a Dashing Stranger, The Lady Traveler's Guide to Deception with an Unlikely Earl, and The Lady Traveler's Guide to Scoundrels and Other Gentlemen, all by Victoria Alexander. Let's just appreciate the step backs and these ones as well. They're not the best. That one's my favorite. I mean, Pyramids of Egypt. This is a pretty cute one too. When a Scot Loves a Lady by Catherine Ashe, The Duke is But a Dream by Anna Bennett, The Bridegroom Wore Plaid by Grace Burrows, and A Good Rake is Hard to Find by Manda Collins. This isn't a historical, it is a fantasy, but Game Board of the Gods by Rochelle Mead. The Wallflower Wager by Tessa Dare. Let's take a look at this step back. Not my favorite, but I like the colors. The Duke I Once Knew by Olivia Drake. It's Getting Scot in Here by Suzanne Enoch. The Taming of a Scottish Princess by Karen Hawkins. Love this step back. How to Entice an Enchantress by Karen Hawkins. A Touch of Scandal by Jennifer Haymore. One of my favorite step backs of all time. The Other Miss Bridgerton by Julia Quinn. When Beauty Tamed the Beast by Eloisa James. Another favorite step back of mine. I'm actually currently reading this, but it's technically unread. The Highland Renegade by Amy Jarecki. The Highland Earl by Amy Jarecki. The Virgin and the Rogue by Sophie Jordan. The Duke's Stolen Bride by Sophie Jordan. The Highlander's Princess Bride by Vanessa Kelly. Someone to Watch Over Me by Lisa Kleypas. Cold Hearted Rake by Lisa Kleypas. Let's look at this step back. Another classic. My camera's going to die soon. I need to go faster. Tempting the Laird by Julia London. Pretty good step back. The Devil Who Tamed Her by Joanna Lindsay. I am in love with this step back. Forever Your Earl by Eva Leigh. I don't know. In the Highlander's Bed by Kathy Maxwell. This is a really good step back. I love the red. Soul of a Highlander by Melissa Mayhew. Some Like It Scandalous and Duchess by Design by Maya Rodell. The Heiress Hunt by Joanna Shoup. A Notorious Vow by Joanna Shoup. The Courtesan Duchess by Joanna Shoup. And A Scandalous Deal by Joanna Shoup. After You by Jojo Moyes. Dorothy Must Die by Danielle Page. Eldest by Christopher Poloni. Seafire by Natalie C. Parker. Kingdom Keepers Dark Passage and Kingdom Keepers The Insider by Ridley Pearson. The Lost Queen by Signe Pike. The Last Eight by Laura Pohl. Tales of the Peculiar by Ransom Riggs. Magnus Chase and the Gods of Asgard, The Hammer of Thor by Rick Riordan. Magnus Chase and the Gods of Asgard, The Ship of the Dead by Rick Riordan. Jacobi by William Ritter. Falling Kingdoms by Morgan Rhodes. Landline by Rainbow Rowell. Wayward Son by Rainbow Rowell. Harry Potter The Wand Collection. Our Dark Duet by Victoria Schwab. A Darker Shade of Magic by V.E. Schwab. Ash Princess by Laura Sebastian. Between Shades of Grey by Ruta Sepetys. The Crown's Game by Evelyn Skye. The Raven Boys by Maggie Stiefvater. A Torch Against the Night by Saba Tahir. Muse of Nightmares by Laini Taylor. Wink Poppy Midnight by April Genevieve Toklock. The Price Guide to the Occult by Leslie Walton. Slayer by Kirsten White. And I Darken by Kirsten White. The Dark Descent of Elizabeth Frankenstein by Kirsten White. The Coming of Age of Elizabeth Bennet by Caitlin Williams. Crush by Tracy Wolfe. I Am the Messenger by Marcus Zuzak. And lastly, Bridge of Clay by Marcus Zuzak. Between Shades of Gay, that's what I meant to say. Jesus Christ.